this might paint the picture. Oh, he's already on his way to the fence there, so whether he did it himself or... It looks like... Whoa, Subaru! Out, across and into the wall and back into the other side of the wall.
Massive impact. I was just about to say, it's incredibly dangerous to be going that slow.
This year. Oh, straight on the exit of the dipper.
You have to wonder if something's gone wrong there, Aaron.
Oh, he's in big problems at turn 2. And up and over the wall. He nearly went up into the fence.
Yeah, tyre barrier there. Did a good job of actually slowing the car down, but nearly tipped it over. But you saw very early...
Now watch the far left-hand side of the screen.
Just crossing the line now is the shot.
Wow.
Now, who was that getting airborne?
So that was the Australian Mercedes. That was the number going along nicely. And then we go back to Rob Huff, who's 7th in the number 14 car. Tony Quinn 8th in the GT. Only race, and that's Quinn. That is Tony Quinn.
He's got off in the 77 Aston Martin right on the fastest part of the circuit. There's 2 cars involved.
Oh no, the JBS Lambo involved.
Yeah, it is the number 11 car. Pictures at the moment. It's 3 wide coming down the hill, and it starts a long way back. It's Chris Porritt's involved as well. Chris Porritt in the St. Gallion Aston Martin. So that's
a replay from on board Chris Porritt's car. So there's the impact of the Lambo squeezing through. So David Russell up the inside, big contact for that car.
And the mountain, and it's one of the Porsches, has gone around. There's at least 2 cars involved as they come in. Oh, there was a Ferrari.
That's the Maranello car too.
Absolutely, Ferrari involved in it. It's lapping traffic, and the Porsche tipped off right, and it's the Ginetta, number 3.
No, down the inside, one of the Phoenix racing cars, the 16, and that is a monster crash.
Oh dear. Well, if the race control follows protocol on for the one at the chase, you've got to give it there as well.
We've spoke all day today about risk minimisation.
And that was Felix Baumgartner.
And not taking chances when you're lapping cars slower than you, because there's no point. And unfortunately, it ends up in things like that.
And just unluckily hits the unguarded part of the concrete wall. There's some from the driver. Let's have a look. Did he get... Oh, he got... It's another Bentley bump. And we've seen a couple of those today. It's the 10 car this time.
That's a big crash, John.
Matt Bell.
That is a very big crash. Ash
59, and then, well, it's the place that's caught so many people out in the 63 Erebus.
Their window. So unfortunately, it had to be timed during a green flag period. This is the Nathan Antunes Audi, square.com. Oh, big crash, big hit.
And it all. Just watch here. The IVAC car loses it on the inside and spears back across the road.
Lander has improved. Done a 4-0 in the west of the mitten. Has backed it hard into the wall. Russell, because he was about to do a good time.
He lost that early.
Oh, and
lost that really early.
That's a big lick too.
But
That's
look
a
at
big
where
hit.
Look at where the skid marks. That real-time replay and the thud as we heard that from the effects mic. And there's another problem for the Clearwater Ferrari. We're just going to have a report from the pits. That's right up at the top of the hill, and there's fluid on the circuit there. Fluid on the circuit from the Clearwater car. And in that dust, there's another car got into him, and he slid straight into it. There's carnage at the top of the mountain here. I think that was the Nissan going off as well. But there's clearly some fluid down there on the racing line, and a huge dust cloud at the top of the mountain. There are 2 cars in there. One of them is the 30 car will bring
Lamborghini.
It's the Lambo that's at the top.
There you go. That's a massive hit.
And that's driver's
scary
side.
fast. So he got out the way. We called it. We